Hello there. Got another comic book haul for you today. These are books picked up from, once again, West Edmonton Coin and Stamp and Beck Antiques in West Edmonton Mall. So I think what I'm going to do, as I have them sort of in order, but I have a couple extra books that I've sort of set aside. One of them actually turned out to be is a version variant for the Captain Harlock series that Ablaze Publishing did. And this is actually, I believe it's issue number 2. This is actually a 1-in-10 ratio variant that was in their dollar bin. So, and again, the X is on the bag, not on the book. So that was cool to find. And that's one of 2 different ratios or special incentives that I found in the dollar bin in this haul. Now, the second one I'm about to show you, this isn't one of them. This is a cover B. This is the Scarlet #1, Kelly Thompson, Marco Fiera, and Lee Lowridge. Does that make me say that's the name? So I had missed this when it first came out, so I thought I would just get the trade, but it was in their dollar bin, and I've already put it in a new bag and board. And I put this up first, maybe because this is in my pile to read. One of the things I'm going to read next. So now it has just gone back into the pile with the other books. Okay, so starting from the top of the rest of the books, there you see, we're going to go through DC first. We have Wonder Woman number 131. This is by Wonder Woman by John Byrne. And I had considered not buying this cover simply because I'm not a big fan of comic book covers with that certain symbol on there. But they're basically fighting against it. So, and it's a cool cover with all the heroes on it. So, yeah. So it is, looks like it's a pretty good cover. And I can't remember who did the cover for that one. So, yeah, but it was in the dollar. Like I said, I saw it once and I thought, yeah, and that's not really my thing. But I saw it again. It's like, it's just a cool cover. You have to pick it up. So, need to. It's like Wonder Woman alongside the Justice Society of America. So she's fighting alongside the Justice Society. So that is cool. Now, another Wonder Woman, and I'm trying to get all variant covers for this series. We got Sensational Wonder Woman number 7. I believe it was only like a 7 or 8 issue series for this one. So I now have about 3 or 4 of these covers, or 3 or 4 of these of the issues in this series, including I think 1, 2, and 3, and then maybe 5. I can't remember, but that was a cool cover to find, and that's actually the cover I wanted to get. So I was happy to find it. They had a lot of different books that they had just put into their dollar bins. And here we have Detective Comics, issue number 1000. And this is one of the, it's like 1990s variant cover by Tim Sale and Brendan Wagner. So, yeah, pick that up. That was a fun find in the dollar bin. Now moving on to, I think I have only one Marvel book from the dollar bin, and the rest were all indies. So we got Strange Academy Finals, issue number 1. And this is a the Marvel Duel variant. So, and I had picked that one and had it in my stack, going through the books, and one of the guys who works there came and says, "Ooh, that's a good one." I'm like, "Yes, it is." Another series I'm collecting is Gen 13. Pretty much all the series of Gen 13. And I saw this with this Gen 13, and I thought it was like the first volume of Gen 13. Not remembering, I already have the last issue of that volume, but it turned out, I think this is the second volume, and I didn't have this anyway. I didn't have this anyways, so it's interesting that in that volume of Gen 13, the trade address, it never seems to stay the same. Yeah, and so that's Brandon Choi, Jim Lee, and Scott Williams. Yeah, and so that's Jim Lee and Williams after Campbell with that cover. So that was cool. Ooh, it almost slid off the pile. Now, here's another book that I had initially sort of bypassed. It's like, do I really want this one or not? But it's Chains of Chaos, issue 1 of 3 from Harris Comics, introducing the Rook and starring Vampirella. Sniegowski, Dinsman, and Weems are the creators. So it's just a really cool Vampirella cover. So I don't know if that's the first appearance of the Rook or not. I'm assuming maybe it is. I don't know. Anyways, another series that I had been interested in finding was Ghost from Dark Horse Comics, like the first volume of Ghost, and I'm pretty sure that's what these are. So we got issue number 4, and that's guest starring Barbed Wire. And we have, let me put that down. We have issue number 6. We have issue number 7. And issue number 8. And the gentleman who runs the comic bin, like has control over the comic bins for West Edmonton Coin Stamp, a gentleman named Lewis. So he saw that I was like, oh, you like Ghosts? And I'm like, yes, I'm interested in this character. He says, okay, well, I have more Ghosts that I'll be going to be putting in the dollar bin at some point, so there'll be more. Hopefully I'll be able to get the rest of that series. Well, up to at least issue 12, and then we'll see whether I get any more after that. All right, now, these ones, he had also said, he saw these in my stack. It's like, I just put those in there. And so this is Innovation. It's a 4-issue series. Terry Pratchett's The Light Fantastic. So we have issue number 1. We have issue number 2. These have great back covers too. Here's the back cover for issue number 1. Look at that cool artwork on the back cover of that. So issue 1, issue 2, and there's the back cover. Issue number 3. I didn't read Terry Pratchett when I was a kid or when I was younger, but I'm interested in it. I have one of the newest printings of the Color of, what's it called? Color of Magic? And I still have to read that. And we got issue number 4. So, and there's that cover, not as fun, interesting, but not as cool as the first. I think the first issue's got the coolest back cover, in my opinion. But yes. All right. Now, the last book that came out of the dollar bin was another 1 in 10 ratio variant. It's a black and white ratio incentive cover. It's for a series called Skybound X. Sort of like they created it mainly to be their version of. There was something called Image Zero that was done years and years when Image first started. And they said, and the creators of the imprint of Skybound says, we don't really have our own Image Zero. So they decided to create the series Skybound X. So I'm interested in finding the other ones, and they don't seem to be, I think I've seen them in the dollar bins before, so they're not highly valuable. But I think issue 1 does have some appearance in it. But this is Skybound X issue number 2. And no, I don't remember who did the cover. But it's a 1 in 10 ratio, so it's staying with me regardless. All right, I got 3 more books to show you for this haul. These all came from Beck Antiques. Well, it's called Beck Antiques and Jewelry, but I just call it Beck Antiques, but because I don't go there to buy jewelry. I go there to buy comic books. So I'm going to show, I picked up 2 more issues of Conan I didn't have. We got Conan the Barbarian, issue 178. This one was marked at $3, and it is in very, very good condition, like almost immaculate. And they also had issue number 208. This one was marked at $5. It's not as quite as good shape, but still in pretty good shape. So those were great to find for those prices, because some other places they charge a whole lot for comic books. Now, this book was the most expensive book that I bought, and I had seen it at Beck Antiques in their bins several times, and I always sort of went by it and said, you know what, it's just too much. I can't really justify spending that even for this title. But this time I was only picking up a few, a $5 and a $3 book. I thought, you know what, splurge, treat myself. So we have Star Wars issue number 66. It probably shouldn't cost that much for this issue. I don't know. Maybe somebody in the comments can let me know whether you think this is an important enough book that it should be $20. But I didn't feel like haggling with them that day, so I decided, let's just take it and add it to my collection. So, yes, those are the books for today. Now, you let me know in the comments which of those books you like the most, which ones you don't like, which ones are like, why are you buying that? I have to admit, I do like the Conan, but I think the Star Wars book is definitely one of my favorites. I don't think there's any of the other books. The Terry Pratchett books are pretty cool. I have to admit, though, I was very happy to find that for issue number 1 of Scarlet. I'm not going to probably get the other issues. I'm probably still going to just get the trade and read it that way. But I'm glad I have issue 1 of that. And I think Gen 13 was a good find as well. And the Strange Academy Finals number 1. Lots of good things in there. So, yes, that is the haul for today. I thank you very much for watching if you made it this far. Do all the YouTube stuff if you feel like it. Like, comment, subscribe, share, all that stuff. And I hope you're having a great day. Thanks for watching. Bye for now.